Okay, welcome to our fabric cutting board, do it yourself. I did this because we make a product here and it uses a lot of the same size pattern that I need for the fabrics. We have 5-inch cuts that we need, and they're different sizes, 38, 14 and 10 inches. So this is what we're making with it, and we developed this last year. It's a baby swing. It's very strong and lightweight, which we're going to do a video on that later. So if you're interested in it, we're selling the patterns to make it and the material list and everything with it. And yes, we have some chickens. But anyway, let's get back to the cutting board. I didn't buy the mats or look for the, I looked at the mats and stuff that they have, but they have the squares and everything, and I said, well, I don't need that. I need something that's going to make my life a lot easier and faster. So I took a 1/2-inch piece of board. I got 38 inches both sides here and here. I've got 10-inch cuts here and 14-inch cuts here, and these are all 5.5-inch pieces. So it cuts a lot of material very quick, and in a matter of 10 minutes you can have many different things, and you don't have to measure anything. Okay, so what I have here is a 1/4-inch piece of plywood with another 1/4-inch piece of plywood glued to the bottom. I cut a groove in one side so it slides into the screw on the end. I drilled a hole and cut a groove on the other side so it goes down and locks in place. So once I do this, it doesn't move. Now I'll try a little scrap piece here, and we'll just cut a couple pieces. I'll just do one layer right now, but you can do up to 5 layers with this if you want. And I'm just going to show you here real quick. I line up my square edge there. Now you don't have to line up a square edge. You can cut a square edge on this later if you want to, or you can start it out with a square edge. Okay, first cut I'm going to do here. Okay, so I just lock the board in there and slide it in. Now I've used the rotary cutters, but I don't really like it because it's only lasted a short period of time before it gets dull. So what I did is I changed to a razor blade, and this works really well, but I don't suggest it. It's very dangerous. You can cut yourself really easy with it. My suggestion is I'm going to go with a scalpel and some kind of device here I'm going to make, so when I cut I can hold it down at the same time and cut. Now I'll take the first piece here and I'll cut it off down this edge and remove it. Then I'll take my second piece and I'll cut it right on this side, down this edge. Now, I'll pick this up real quick and I'll move it to this side. In here, okay, and I'll slide it, lock it into place, and then I'll do my second cut. Here, whoops, sometimes you get the wood, but here and here, okay, just like that. Maybe that didn't go all the way through, I don't know. But the plywood is not very good edge, or it's not really great for this. I'd like to put a laminate on here or a plexiglass or something like that. Now I can make one more cut with that, but I didn't. I'm just going to show you that for now. Okay, so I have 3 perfect pieces of fabric in just seconds, and no measuring whatsoever on this. Now, when I do my cross cuts, I have another line here. This is for my 14-inch cuts. So when I cut my fabric 5.5 inches, I go back through and I cut the 14, or I cut the 14 first, I'm sorry, and then I cut my 5.5. Okay, so that gives me that. And then here I have 10-inch mark, so I cut my 10-inch pieces. Now I'm all done. All right, this board, you're not limited to anything, but if you're making quilts or you're doing purses and you have a lot of fabrics that need to be the same size, this is perfect for you. Okay, and I just want to help you out a little bit. You can do diagonals if you want. You just have to lay them out any diagonal you want. You can also do curves or patterns or whatever you want. You just have to redesign this board a little bit for your taste. Okay, so that's it. I would suggest moving the screws back a little bit. I would suggest adding 2 inches to this side, because this is 1.5 inches and my screws are a little bit close, because when I go down the edges on the ends, I tend to hit with the cutter. Okay, So make your outside edge a little bit bigger, like 2 inches bigger than your patterns that you need. Adjust your screws properly and you're good to go. It works great. But like I said, put laminate or plexiglass probably on top of this and you'll have a very nice cutting board. Okay, so if I can help you, if you have any comments, please leave a comment. We'll be doing some more videos in the future. Like I said, on the swing, our special design, we will be offering that soon. Okay, have a good day, guys.